Yo, welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill channel, people. Thank you for returning subscribers and members. What we do here, if you are new, is we react to the most disturbing and creepy videos from the internet, and we go through the latest. If you like what you see, don't forget to sub up, turn on the notifications, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. With that being said, let's roll.
Video is for entertainment purposes only.
Well, that looks ominous, people. I would not be driving towards that. I think that's a sandstorm, right? Saudi Arabia is what's in the comments. I don't know if that's a normal weather phenomenon over there, but it does look scary.
Hey, did you guys hear what's happening in Antarctica right now? Not good. Shout out Kurt Russell. The thing could be happening right now. I mean, whatever. Put it on the bingo card. Scientists from South Africa are trapped with a violent grapeist. God, censorship is literally killing the English language. Anyways. Yes, crisis in Antarctica at the secret secluded base on top of a cliff in which 9 South African scientists are currently trapped with a insane person. Violence has broken out. Like, officially they're saying shit got violent. Someone is probably hurt right now, and they are in the most isolated part of the world possible, baby. We're talking Shining type stuff. And yes, these people go through psychological evaluations before they're sent there. But when you get right down to it, you don't know how a human's going to react to supreme isolation like that. And they are there for 13 months with like no plan. There's going to have to send like a secret mission to save them. Maybe it's some new secret sort of weapon. I don't know.
That's interesting. What is going on in Antarctica? Do you know what? I've been thinking about Antarctica in respect to a country sort of saying that they were taking ownership of it. Do you remember? It was like last year. Iran were like, oh yeah, we own Antarctica. But then I never heard anything back off that, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, what's going on over there? I don't know. It's a lot of countries involved in it, you know what I mean? It's going to get nasty. There's probably, something precious over there, you know what I mean? My precious. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Crazy time.
Breaking news, people. Manchester, Cornwall, Scotland and Wales have all got massive wildfires. Now, I've been living in the UK my whole life. We don't suffer wildfires. In fact, if you check out wildfires in the UK, it says that 90% of them have to be man-made, i.e. arson attacks. But what does Scotland, Wales, Cornwall and Manchester all have in common, guys? I would like my clever old followers to just put it in the comments for anyone that doesn't know. Because this is a planned attack. It's literally burning all over the UK right now. We don't get wildfires in the UK. It's even saying on the news that the one in Scotland is definitely arson. Anyone in the UK knows that we are not hot enough to get wildfires. So what is going on, beautiful people? This was just for entertainment, and I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
There's more rain in the UK than Niagara Falls. There really is. How we can have wildfires? I don't know if they're how they're going to say these have started, but it's definitely not from the sun. Okay, for sure, and definitely not in Scotland. Wales is probably the wettest country in the world. Like I lived there for 3 years, and it's wet, really wet.
There were a number of civilizations who have self-destructed on this planet over the last 500 million years or more, the last of which was Atlantis, who were in conflict with the Lemurians, and that battle took place for several thousand years, and finally Atlantis self-destructed and sank into the ocean. We don't quite know for sure where it is. We think it's off Bimini. They found a pyramid on the seafloor there, or it could be the Bermuda Triangle, but there are nodes, put a bunch of triangles around the globe where they converged. It's called a node, where all the lines converge, okay? And there's supposed to be 12 of these nodes on our planet. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the nodes. So what I think, where these lines converge, the energy is very, very strong. There are moments when when they're activated and planes fly through there. 3 or 4 planes have disappeared all at once who were flying in formation, never to be seen again.
Yeah, if we wanted to find them, we'd find them. I mean, if we can go to Mars or go to the moon, then I mean, I'm pretty sure we could find some stuff that's sort of buried under some water here on our planet, right? The reason we're not finding it is probably because the same people that run this planet are the people that buried it in the first place. You know what I mean? They constantly keep burying it. And every time, like, we get somewhere, I'm pretty sure they reset it all again. It's a pain in the backside. But yeah, hopefully not this time. Hopefully we are the Great Awakening is a real thing, and we all wake up before they get to press the reset button.
Till Linman's eyes shapeshift into something else entirely. And if we replay and slow-mo the video and watch closely, you can actually see the details of what looks like a reptile type of eye. What the heck is going on here? And what's even creepier is that just moments before and after, his eyes look completely normal. It's as if whatever happened in seconds, and most people did not realize this.
Whoa, that's crazy. I've seen that before. I've seen it again, and I can't help it. I put it back in because it's just crazy. It's bonkers. Literally, his eyes shapeshift into lizard eyes. That is what a lizard looks like, right? With his eyes. That it's a slit. So, I mean, we think we've just seen it. The guy's got excited, he's singing a song, and then he's forgotten, and then boom. Oh, I'm a lizard on TV. What in the paranormal activity is going on there then, people? I think that's real. Don't think it's fake. Think that's the actual security camera that's just picked up some sizzling stuff. Sizzling stuff. Sizzling sausages. You know what I mean? I believe, maybe, potentially, this could be a theory that is correct, which is this new Earth, old Earth stuff, there's something to it. And I've been thinking on this, and basically, I'm starting to think that the things we can't see, like internet, or phone signals, there is stuff around us that we can't see. So that's the best way of explaining it for you. But I think there's other stuff that's going on that you can't quite see. But we're starting to, it's starting to unveil itself. And, like the things in the sky, not necessarily the drones, but the shooting stuff, it looks interdimensional. Like this is all part of the stuff we're starting to see. Or like, imagine so if you astral project, or if you do like some stuff which makes you go into realms, like all this stuff you can't see, but it's around us. Like this is where maybe we're starting to go. I don't know, just a theory, something along them lines. But then tomorrow it'd be something different. I'm not too sure. So it's just something today that I'm thinking, that sounds about right on the basis of what I've just seen there, and also what I've learned so far on this crazy journey. Yeah, I can't keep up with it. Like, there's so much weirdness going on with all of this that I can't keep up. I mean, what's the chances of someone being stranded up in the moon, and then people being stranded in Antarctica? This is all seems like films going on right now in real life. And also, I know there was a right. So there was 100% a rescue mission already that's taken place, and this has already happened in my life. But was it different people? I can't find it now. So there's two options. One, it was other people and they did rescue them, and that's fine. Okay, I will take that if that is the case. If you let me know that is the case, that some people got rescued and it was different people. There's lots of people that got stuck, or this is a Mandela effect, because I remember this happening 100%. But when it happens, I'm pretty sure that they come down and there was something about there was still people stuck in space or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you remember. Do you remember that lady? Because I remember that lady as well. Like, she's quite memorable. She come off and she was like injured, and they carted her off. Not injured, but not well. You know what I mean? And they carted her off. But yeah, let me know if you remember that as well. If that is a Mandela effect or not. I'm not 100%. Well, I think it is, but I don't know.
So what I've heard just recently in the past year is that the Galactic Federation spoke with, say, the shadow government or the collective governments on planet Earth to say, no matter what this is happening, no matter what, we're coming here and you're getting to this place of being this galactic civilization. And so you either tell your people about this or it's just going to happen. So now what we're seeing, especially with a lot of the hearings, right, and different groups and organizations that have been formed, and the government's coming out and saying, yeah, UAPs are real, kind of, right? But they're trying to get ahead of the narrative. They're trying to control the cosmic narrative so that when that eventually does happen, they're still in control of how it's perceived.
Interesting.
Right?
So the crazy thing for me is that actually makes sense to me. Like, as crazy as it sounds, I mean, the world we've seen is crazier if that isn't the case, and it doesn't make sense. So trying to add up of what's going on in the world and what's been happening, I tell you, the moment for me of when things just seems fake, you know, like it's a big show, and it got escalated really quickly. So the moment for me was all at the start. It's probably around the like maybe the pandemic time. Music's playing in there. Can you hear that? But basically, when the World Health Organization come out like saying, "Oh, you'll own nothing and be happy," and then they was all sat round like saying, "Oh yeah, you'll have no privacy and you'll be happy. Yeah, great." And then, "Oh yeah, you're going to be in these little, you know, we're able to track your CO2 emissions. Wow, how great is that?" And they were just sat in these places, just telling us on their websites and things. And I'm thinking, well, this isn't like before that. It was more maybe in the shadows, just, you know, given slight symbols in films, but nobody knew any different until it all just exploded. And it's just been like one big show, including of what was happened in America and what was on TV and what has been folding out with, you know, presidents and ex-presidents and, you know, that old show of what was going on. I mean, Joe Biden was definitely played by several different characters. There's a lot of them that I think that have been in characters. It makes sense to me if there is an alien civilization who have come to Earth and they're like, wow, hang on a minute, these people are controlling everything in the shadows. And we don't know, because if they didn't want us to know, they wouldn't let us know. But now they're letting us know. So maybe they've come in and there is stuff going on, and this is what's going on in the background. There's loads of, you know, fires going up, and there's weather anomalies, you know, there's technology everywhere. We've got chips and like crazy stuff. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe there is a Galactic Federation, and maybe that they're coming in, and there's been a sinister plot of an alien race that have always been on planet Earth and have always controlled in the shadows. And I don't know. It's just all crazy stuff. Like, I don't know. It's bonkers. But yeah, crazy world. That's a holographic DNA strand right there. Another glitch. You know what cameras are picking up? You see, like, it's happening everywhere. It's just like the Dior bags that you know, like people been filming the UFOs and their cameras are picking up them glitches. You know, it's the invisible becoming visible.
Did you guys hear what the James Webb telescope just discovered?
Oh gosh.
You mentioned it yesterday, and I Googled it.
They said we have alien ships heading towards Earth at light speed.
Okay, what? What do you mean?
They are the size of cities, they said. And the only reason they're calling them alien ships is because they're on this one trajectory and then exactly turned towards Earth
Oh gosh.
at light speed.
I hope it's
I mean, how long is it going to take for them to get there? How far away are they?
The prediction is time frame of these objects reaching Earth range from a couple of years to a couple of weeks.
okay.
It's a good ratio. It's just a little.
So they
time.
said that these were they got images of it.
Yeah.
Heading at light speed, going, and then it course corrected towards Earth. So that's the only reason they're calling them ships.
And you wouldn't be able to predict how fast it could accelerate or decelerate if it was able to
course correct.
Yeah, you don't know what technology
So
allowed it
it's
to
a turn.
do that.
So they said a couple years or a couple weeks.
Couple years or a couple weeks.
So this is what
2027.
This is what I'm on Snopes, and typically stuff like this is like it's not true. All it says is unfounded, so they're not saying it's not true.
Well, if we think about it, people, every Tom, Dick, and Harry on TV that is sat there and, have all the information, they all say 2 years, alien disclosure will be here. That is what they say. Well, that's a lot of stuff that I see anyway, because that's the sort of stuff I watch, podcasts and stuff. But there's always things going on about 2027 and, alien disclosure. And that, 2 weeks, 2 years, I'd say by 2027. So maybe they've this is free body problem and they've tannoyed through to say, look, you need to tell them we're on our way. Otherwise, they're going to get a big shock when we turn up in our big ships. So, yeah. And that's why they've got little drones flying around now and showing us all the interdimensional holographic stuff. And maybe that's why it's put a spanner in the works of the people who are trying to control our world. No more, because we are in a safe system. And I feel like we're free. We're becoming free. We are free body problem. They had a glitch in the sky as well. That's crazy.
Elon Musk says that we're living in a simulation. We're in a video game being controlled by higher beings, and we're all just like in Super Mario Brothers.
Yes. Wish I had a good argument against that hypothesis, and I do not.
The LHC, the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland, experimented it. They smashed atoms together, peered into the tiniest particles of reality, and what did they find? Clues that our world isn't as solid as we think. See, life is like a game, a simulation. Just like in a video game, the environment only loads when the player moves. Reality works the same way. Right now, your house, my house, they're not solid. They exist as waves of potential until we look at them. The moment we turn the corner and see them, bam, they pop back into existence. It's in the double-slit experiment. It showed that particles behave differently when they're observed, like they know they're being watched. Reality shifts the moment you pay attention. But here's where it gets even weirder. Professor James Gates discovered something mind-blowing. Adinkra codes, ancient symbols used by the Dogon people. When these codes are transformed into 3D, they reveal error-correcting codes, the same kind used in search engines and web browsers. Think about that. The same codes that keep websites running are woven into the fabric of space and time. That makes it much more than a theory. The LHC cracked the code. We're in a simulation. The question is, who's running it?
This is just a theory, not a fact.
Yes. And we had a conversation yesterday, people. And it gained a lot of traction in the comment section about what your brain is doing when you're reading. And it was a lot different from different people. So if you're reading silently, do you say the words is what we said? I can hear myself reading the words when I do it. But it's a 50-50 basically. So that to me is 50% are real people, 50% are NPCs is what I reckon. And that means that a lot of people you interact with are non-player characters. And what I reckon, the only way you can differentiate, because this is a very sophisticated simulation, people, is they are coded with certain beliefs and ways of thinking. That is why when you speak to people, they break when you try and say something to them. I physically see people break, they just start freaking out. So that would explain that. Genuinely would explain. It also explains stars. When I look at the stars, there's nothing there. It's a clear night. When I first look up, there's no stars, and then they just start appearing like light bulbs. So ding, 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 ding. Like, yeah, I've got you.
This is Emmanuel, do not do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. I'm trying to educate people right now, okay? Can you just stop? Can you inches tall? Emmanuel, every time. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't choose violence today. Please, every day we go through this. Gosh, it's never ending. Our black swan, actually. That may be him right over there. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, you know what? Do it. How did that make you feel? Was it everything that you ever wanted and wished for and hoped for in life? Do you feel fulfilled now?
And that is the end of the show, peeps. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all the support. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I hope that made you smile.